Princess Anne's cutting 7-word response to cheeky students' attempt at embarrassing her. Princess Anne, celebrated for her no-nonsense approach, once delivered a sharp-witted reply to an inquiring student about the royals' residence. In 1990, during a fortnight-long trip to Moscow in the then Soviet Union, a student quizzed Anne about Buckingham Palace. They asked, "How does it feel having Buckingham Palace as your private property?" With a light smile, the princess retorted succinctly in 7 words, "Well, I don't know because it isn't." After provoking laughter from the crowd, she elucidated, "No, it's a state-owned establishment. I wasn't actually born there, I have my office there and the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, lives there, but it's not really private property." Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. The amusing exchange is now being relished by royal enthusiasts on the social media app TikTok. Among the comments, one fan lauded, "Princess Anne is just great. Intelligent, strong and extremely witty." Humorously, another observed that the Princess Royal almost swapped mum for the Queen when referencing Buckingham Palace's occupants. A comment expressed admiration saying, "Love the Princess Royal. She's humble, and a class act." Princess Anne's famous no-nonsense attitude came to the fore during a dramatic kidnapping attempt on the 20th of March 1974 in the UK. Ian Ball ambushed her Rolls-Royce, opening fire as she and then-husband Captain Mark Phillips were en route back to Buckingham Palace from a reception, blocked by Ball's vehicle, reports The Express. Demanding a ransom in the millions, Ball ordered the princess out of the car, to which she coolly retorted, "Not bloody likely." That eventful evening saw journalist Brian McConnell, Anne's chauffeur Alexander Callender, and police constable Michael Hills shot along with Mr. Beaton, but all fortunately lived to tell the tale. Princess Anne's heartbreaking call to Charles in the late Queen's final days. Princess Anne had to pick up the phone and made a heartbreaking personal call as her mother the Queen's health started to fail. Her Majesty spent the final days of her life at Balmoral, and by chance, her daughter was already in residence, having travelled to Scotland for some royal engagements. Also staying at Balmoral was Anne's son Peter Phillips, who had been set to go to a shooting party that was then cancelled. Then Prince Charles was also nearby. The day before her death, the Queen stayed in bed, but still wished to appear at that evening's Privy Council meeting over video. As such, provisions were put in place, so she could be audio only if she stayed in her bedroom. But, moments before the meeting was due to begin, the Queen cancelled on the grounds of medical advice, as was reported at the time. That evening, on the 7th of September, Charles was advised by Anne and his private secretary to make his way to the Queen's bedside ASAP. At the time, he was more than 150 miles away in Ayrshire on official duties, and he had to decide whether to cancel his appointments for the next day and go to Balmoral in the morning, or continue. Royal author Robert Hardman revealed in his book Charles III, New King, New Court. The inside story, via the Mail, that Charles's private secretary, Sir Clive Alderton, poignantly told him, "Think how you would feel if you never said goodbye." The next morning, Princess Anne called Charles again, and told him to come immediately. At 9:30 a.m. Charles was taken by helicopter with Camilla, and then contacted Prince William, Prince Harry and his younger brothers, Andrew and Edward, and suggested they come to Balmoral. Princess Anne attends horse riding event 4 months after accident left her in hospital. The Princess Royal attended a performance by the world's oldest riding academy 4 months after suffering a concussion in a horse accident. Princess Anne watched 8 riders and 26 horses from the Spanish Riding School in London perform synchronized routines on Friday evening. The academy, based in Vienna, Austria, has taught classical horsemanship in its Renaissance equestrian high school tradition for more than 450 years. The princess was in attendance for the opening night of a tour by the school from the Royal Box on the opening night of the OVO Arena, Wembley. She was joined by model Lady Victoria Hervey, influencer Chubbs Wallace, and thousands of fans who enjoyed the show. The Princess Royal, 74, was admitted to hospital with a head injury and concussion after reportedly being kicked in the head whilst walking on her Gatcombe Park estate in Gloucestershire. Due to her concussion and no eyewitnesses, the events of June 23 are unknown, with the princess couldn't remember a single thing. She was admitted to Southmead Hospital in Bristol and took nearly 2 weeks off from her royal duties after spending 5 days at the hospital. Princess Anne competed for Great Britain in the equestrian 3-day event at the 1976 Montreal Olympic Games. The princess has supported the Riding Academy for decades and visited its training base several times alongside the late Queen Elizabeth II. The Academy is heading to Aberdeen's P&J Live for 3 shows on October 25, 26th and 27th. Princess Anne competed for Great Britain in the equestrian 3-day event at the 1976 Montreal Olympic Games. She has also won an individual gold medal at the 1971 Burley 3-day event, and 1 individual and team silver medals in 1975 at Lumahlin. The longest reigning British monarch continued to ride horseback during her final years of life despite doctors' advice to quit. She was pictured at the age of 96 riding around her Windsor estate months before her death in September 2022. The Queen reportedly owned over 100 horses in her lifetime. The lighting up of the iconic Sydney Opera House didn't quite go to plan, however, as the torrential downpours delayed the departure of a Cunard cruise ship docked in the way of the projector. King Charles in tears in first post-summer outing a day before late Queen's anniversary. The late Queen Elizabeth II regularly attended the Braemar gathering. King Charles and Queen Camilla have been enjoying a weekend of sports as they attended the Braemar gathering in the Princess Royal and Duke of Fife Memorial Park on Saturday the 7th of September to watch the Highland Games. The King cut a distinguished figure in a traditional kilt, and a bespoke silver sporran, which functions as a pocket for the kilt. Queen Camilla wore a feather-patterned crepe silk shirt from Cordings, and complemented her outfit with a hat with 2 pheasant feathers on it, perhaps a nod to the hunting and shooting activities often carried out by the royal family in Scotland. The Queen was presented with a small bouquet of white heather, symbolizing protection and good luck. The royal couple shared a smile as they settled in to watch the games. Events include the caber toss, a feat of strength where large trees, sometimes over 20 feet long, are thrown end over end, tug-of-war, throwing of hammers, pipe bands and Highland dancing. The King presents a victorious athlete with a cup. Princess Anne shares a joke with her brother last year, wearing a vibrant red outfit. The late Queen and Prince Philip, then Prince Charles and Camilla look on with laughter as their Balmoral team competes in the tug-of-war. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.